Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you top 10 characters of our favorite Tokyo Ghoul, so enjoy. Hanami Chan is a 13-year-old ghoul girl who takes refuge at Antaiku with her mother after Jason threatened her father's life. She has a very tragic childhood. Her father was killed by CCG investigators, Mado and Amon, who were after Jason. A little time after that, she also witnessed her mother being killed in an alley with the quink that was made of her father's kagoon. Luckily, Conky was there to at least cover her eyes. One would think Hanami-chan is no threat whatsoever, considering she's such a little girl and her parents were killed so early in the show without even putting much of a fight. This school brat has a trick up her sleeve though. She's inherited the best of her parents, and I'm not talking about their eyes. Unlike most ghouls, Hanami's got a double kagoon, her father's rinkaku and her mother's kukaku, giving her a perfect combination of offensive and defensive power. With this, she was able to take the experienced CCG investigator Kura Omado by surprise and defeat him to save Tuka's life. She may seem harmless, but she's a powerful opponent to anyone who dares to upset her. Zhu Zhu is a childish yet sadistic 19-year-old special class ghoul investigator. As such, he's one of the most brutal and savage when fighting ghouls. He was raised by Big Madam, a sadistic ghoul who tortured him and trained him as her human pet. As a result of such a traumatic captivity, Zhu Zhu can't feel any fear, pain or empathy at all. These traits are, however, what makes him such a fearsome ghoul investigator. He's absolutely merciless when fighting and he even seems to find joy in killing ghouls. Due to his hard training and his time among ghouls, he knows exactly how to fight against them, so much that he almost seems to be invincible. Zhu Zhu's prowess in combat nearly rivals with Arima's, although he's still too young and reckless, and has much to improve. Sheela Hara is a middle-aged special class investigator, one of the most experienced ones and a natural leader due to his charisma, protective nature and his remarkable combat skills. He's a big guy who's always smiling and on a good mood, which makes almost everyone at the CCG like him as much as they admire him. This good guy is a beast when fighting ghouls though. The invulnerable Sheela Hara earned this nickname after defeating the powerful ghoul Arata Kirishima, Tuka's father, and making a quink armor with his kaku. This armor, named Arata after the ghoul, in combination with his tremendous strength, makes him a most formidable opponent to any ghoul, even those of SSS rank. Tatara is an intimidating ghoul that's often seen next to Ito. He is one of Ogiri Tree's leaders, and as such we can only imagine how powerful he is. He should probably rank higher on our list, but we only know and have seen little of him so far. His ghoul rank has not been stated by the CCG, but I think it's safe to believe he's somewhere between SS and SSS. Tatara appears as one of Ogiri's masterminds, controlling and planning the group's movements. He's always composed and confident, which can be interpreted as a proof of his hidden power. The few times he's been seen fighting, he shows to have lightning speed and a powerful offensive kagoon, either rinkaku or baikaku. He was also capable of eliminating an entire CCG squad by himself at the anti-raid without even a single scratch, which implies formidable regeneration skills. Halfway on our list we have our hero, Conky. Once a human, he had Rise Kamashiro's ghoul organs transplanted to him, thus becoming a half-ghoul. Since Rise was one of the most powerful and savage ghouls out there, probably even stronger than Jason, Conky seems to have inherited her power, her big appetite and her twisted personality. In time, Conky grows more and more powerful as he accepts his ghoul nature. His human side, however, makes him soft towards humans, thus he only eats ghouls. As we get to know halfway through the second season, ghoul cannibalism sometimes results in ghouls developing a kukla, a second and more powerful cocoon, often covering the ghoul's face or whole body. Before growing his kukla, Conky was able to defeat formidable opponents, such as Investigator Raman and ghouls Ayato and Jason. With his kukla he was capable of beating Special Class Investigator Sheela Hara, even despite the fact that he loses his mind when using it. Of course, he's still no match for SSS ghouls and the more experienced SS ghouls. Little is known of Shiki so far, other than the fact that he's one of the strongest ghouls, to the point of being compared to Nora and even to SSS-ranked ghouls. He's a muscular middle-aged man with long hair and a frightful look. He is as powerful as he looks and he's well trained in martial arts, which is rare among ghouls. We've only seen Shiki fighting Conky, but there's a lot we get to know about him from that fight. It's not a minor detail that he was the first, and the only one so far, to defeat Conky after he accepted his ghoul nature. In that fight, Shiki shows his astonishing speed, considerable strength and unique cocoon. It seems that only few could be able to stand against him. Nora is one terrifying SS-rank ghoul. Everything about him is intimidating and awe-inspiring. He's quite tall, has his long hair tied up in a ponytail and is always wearing a robe and his scary mask featuring a big mouth with giant teeth and no eyes. He's never heard speaking and he always seems calmed. His most salient feature is his extraordinary ability to heal, which is impressive even for ghouls. Nora's regeneration is so remarkable that he was able to stand all Tsukiyama's, Yuta's and Yamo's attacks without offering any resistance. He even regenerated without difficulties after having the upper part of his body knocked off. He's a monster indeed. Yoshino is the manager at Anti-Coup Cafe. He helps ghouls who refuse to kill people. He's a wise mentor for young ghouls and provides them guidance to coexist with humans. In his old days however, he was known as Kuzan, a ghoul mercenary who was hired to kill ghouls and humans alike. After meeting Yukina and falling for her, Yoshino stopped killing and started a peaceful life trying to blend in with humans. Yoshino's power rivals that of the one-eyed owl, but he only fights when he has no other choice, which is usually to protect his daughter, the real one-eyed owl. He's capable of wiping out entire squads by himself, and even stood against Kuroiwa, Sheela Hara and Suzuya simultaneously. Ito is the half-human half-ghoul daughter of Yoshino. She's one of the leaders of Ogiri Tree and the real one-eyed owl. She's often seen wrapped in bandages wearing a hooded robe. As her alter ego, Senta Katsuki, she's a prolific writer and a best-selling novelist admired by many, including Conky and Hanami Chan. At the anti-parade though, Ito showed her true ghoul form as the one-eyed owl, inspiring fear even on the bravest and the most experienced ghoul investigators. She's a huge sadistic monster who takes great pleasure in killing and harming CCG members. She's so strong and resistant that she could take both Sheela Hara and Suzuya without much trouble. Special Class Ghoul Investigator Rarama is a legend among both CCG members and ghouls. His prowess in combat has no equal, which has earned him the respect and admiration of his fellow ghoul investigators. As we can see in the over Tokyo Ghoul, Jack, Arima has been fighting ghouls since he was very young. The undefeated ghoul investigator is always calm and composed when fighting ghouls. He looks confident and never shows any sign of hesitation. Arima is not only fast and skilled, he's also quite resourceful and always finds a way to defeat his opponents, like piercing the floor with his blade quink to injure Jason and save his friend, Furuchi. He can use a variety of complex quink weapons, and he's so powerful indeed, that he forced the one-eyed owl to flee from battle. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. And if you are new, subscribe my channel for more.